defense any favors there. Here he comes, and obviously defense is always going to be aware of a quarterback, but boy, he finds a way to put defenses on their heels all the time, David.
I mean, what can't he do? He's got the weapons, he's got the confidence, he's got the experience. Jesse, these kind of guys are so hard to defend.
You're right. They better be able to find a way to get pressure on him, because if they don't, this is going to be a long day.
Good surge up front, give him 4 out to the 18. They'll run play action. Throwing right. And is knocked away and incomplete. The defensive back staying in phase and batting it away.
I think for the quarterback, he's going to have to be so good with his eyes in this game. You're going up against one of the best defenses in the country. You've got to look guys off, especially when you're trying to throw your primary target like he was on that last one.
This crowd, full throat, splitting the eardrums and letting them know it's going to be a long day. Pressure's there, and he gets rid of it. Another incompletion on 3rd down. Alabama will bring the punt team on the field. This will be their first punt of the afternoon. Fields the punt and tries to help improve that field position. That's a perfect example of not settling for a fair catch. Pick up whatever yardage you can and help out the offense. So the Florida Gators offense taking the field. First chance we have to see them today. Here comes the offense on 1st down. He'll start this drive firing. They'll run the screen. They finally get him stopped, but what a good job by that front wall to set up the screen and create some lanes for their running back. They'll snap it from the 39, 1st and 10. The receivers often will run their route based on a side adjustment. Release to the back. And this will be incomplete. A big hit there forces 2nd down.
This defense has a lot of speed, especially in the secondary, and you saw that speed. That defender got to that receiver so quick, and because of the hit, incomplete pass.
He's going to pass on 2nd down. Grabbed over the middle. It's Wall. He's close to the 1st down, but they're going to mark him just a little short. They've worked it down to the 30. This defense standing tall, trying to force a field goal try. Looking to throw for it. There were serious revolutions on that 3rd down pass, but it's incomplete.
Yeah, and 3rd and short, they choose not to run, throw the football, and I think a lot of that has to do with they know they're in field goal range. They can take the 3 points on the board.
The give and the run on 4th down. Got some room headed to the goal line. Couldn't quite nudge it in. Not sure you could get much closer, but it'll be 1st and goal. And the Gators have this offense rolling. Slams ahead. Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Gators! Lining up to tack one more onto that lead.
I love running backs that have a nose for the goal, understand how to get there, finish strong into the end zone, know I get 6, and then go celebrate with your boys.
On the run from inside his own 5. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. Here comes that Alabama offense. They'll get this drive going from the 17. They'll ride the running back and leave it with him. On the move at the 30. Off he goes. And he's knocked down, but not before moving the chains. Alabama quickly back to the line.
All right, David, as someone that loves defense and sound defense, how would you evaluate their job fitting that play?
To quote the great philosopher Reese Davis, that was very ungood. Defense is about making the ball go where you want it to go. Like guys doing their job and fitting it to the 2nd level player.
Touchdown, Bama! That is the ultimate grab and go for the score.
What did I start for this offense? The throw game getting working, getting the touchdown pass. This quarterback getting a little bit of confidence. This passing game getting in a rhythm. Nice start for this offense.
All tied up and just about set to kick it away. He'll start the return inside his 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. The Gators sending the offense back to work. On that last drive, defense had no idea what was happening, run or pass, and it wound up in the end zone, Jesse.
Yeah, you saw the experience in this offense that last drive, too, on that touchdown. Everybody on the same page. These guys have repped these plays over and over in practice and in games, and it's working.
Yeah, so I got to find a way to disrupt it. I got to find a way to maybe be more aggressive, maybe blitz, mess up this rhythm they got going.
They move the tight end all over. On second down, they'll take to the air. He's right on target. And there were no creases or crevices to run through, and they shove him out of bounds.
Well, the defense playing zone coverage there. They're taking away all of the QB's primary options down the field, so he has to check it down to the drag running underneath.
He wants to throw it. Starting to feel a little pressure. And he was hit just as he was releasing the pass, and it falls to the ground incomplete. The Gators will line up to punt it away. First one's on its way. The leg ought to be strong, only called on twice in the victory last week. The Tide offense rolls onto the field. Looking for a productive play on first down. They'll start this drive with a pass. Not much of a chance there. He just had to get rid of it to avoid the sack.
And how nice is it to have the home crowd going absolutely bananas? Communication is harder. The snapping the football, everybody being on time. Man, this crowd really affecting the football.
Nowhere to run on that one. He loses 4 on the carry.
Just nothing doing on that last run, and they knew coming into this one they were going to be challenged, right? This is one of the best defenses in all of college football. For them to have any shot, they're going to have to do a lot better running the football.
Better find the earplugs. Here comes the noise, backing this defense up. And the pass rush is effective, and they tackle him at the 19. The Crimson Tide will bring the punt team on the field. 3 and out, they got stuck in reverse. They hope the punt can bail them out. Wants to return it. He's got great speed. Very little will make a crowd hold its breath like a punt return, and he brought them to their feet on that one. Florida has the ball back, and here comes the offense. Now the quarterback changing the original play call. They'll throw it on first down. Quickly to the tight end.
I'll tell you, when you've got a tight end like this, it makes it a lot easier calling pass plays on first down, even if the defense is in zone coverage. He did a really good job there, working his leverage, finding the soft spot, and making it an easy completion.
Touch pass on the run. And they'll stop him just short of the first down, just inches away from moving the stakes. They're looking at a third down and short from the 33. Trying to pick it up on the ground. And they drag him down, but not before he picks up the first down.
You know, they pride themselves on being physical at the point of attack, dominating at the line of scrimmage. Nice job there picking up the first down.
To the ground, he's got it again. Jukes his way for more. And a good, solid pickup there before the defense knocks him down.
Counterplay is a great play to mix in because defensively, you're not looking for the counter. You're looking to attack. All of a sudden, 2 guys pull across the formation. Now you've got to change your direction really quickly, and it keeps you off balance and really keeps you on your heels.
Second down coming up on this red zone opportunity. Looking for space. It's Huffman. He's brought down, but he's got him inside the 10. First and goal from the 8.
Well, the offense knew what they needed to get that first down, so they dial up the running play, and they get just enough to keep the drive alive.
The Gators are rolling down the field. He's looking to throw, buying some time. And he'll race it to the house. Touchdown, Florida! They'll try to add another to their lead. And the PAT gives them a 14-7 lead. So that scoring drive took only 6 plays. And it was capped off with the 8-yard run. Almost ready to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. And he's going to bring it out. That gamble did not pay off as they bring him down at the 12-yard line. Listen to this crowd just shaking the girders of this place trying to help their defense. From the shotgun, they'll run it. They needed to find enough space and get it moving forward, and they're up to the 22. We've come to the end of the quarter, and it's Florida on top. We've put one in the books. Let's have a look at our game summary. Second down here as they go back to work after the break. Dropping back, it's Sims. Firing to the right, complete. And the defense makes the immediate tackle, but he has enough for the first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Touch pass on the jet sweep. Runs through a tackle. Gets the nose of the ball to the 25, giving 1. Alabama pushing the tempo. Defense showing blitz. Will they bail out of it? From the gun, they'll try to impose their will. Not much doing there. He gets it to the 26, a gain of 1. It's a draw. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one. Looks as if the Tide will punt it away. He's going to try to flip the field with this one. And the punt team gets down there and gets the return man on the ground. The Gators sending the offense back to work. First play of this drive comes from the 27. Running back searching for a hole. Forges ahead, picks up about 3 to the 29.
Now that's what you try to do as a defense. Limit those damages when they run the football. Get them on the ground, short gains to set your defense for positive situations down the road.
After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line, 2nd and 7. He's looking to throw. And he can't escape, and down he goes.
And don't get it twisted. A big part of this team's formula for success defensively is getting after the quarterback. In their last game, they had 6 sacks, won the game. They know they've got to be able to get after the QB in this one. Put some pressure on them, and they're already off to a great start.
Trying to move the sticks on 3rd down through the air. And the pressure is coming in, and they get him again.
How nice is it as a defense when you can drop 7 guys into coverage, only rush 4, and still get home? That makes you feel good if you're the D coordinator.
4th down, and the punt team sends it the other way. He only needs a sliver of daylight. They'll put a stop to that return as he gets it up to the 41-yard line. Here comes that Alabama offense. Line gets set, 1st down. Leaves it with the running back. Rounds 3 yards out of that one somehow. It's 2nd and 7. Win with the running game on 1st down, now back at it. They'll run it out of the shotgun. Shakes off the tackler. He steps out of bounds, but he's got a 1st down on the play. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. A cornerstone of the Alabama program really throughout history has been be physical, establish a running game.
Great running backs. I mean, not only are you recruiting great players in the offensive line and skill and all over the place, but there's so many great backs that you can name off the top of your head that played at Alabama, that ran it with an edge, that ran it physical, that always represented that style. And you can see Alabama, they're always going to do this. They're going to establish the run.
He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple. Alabama quickly back to the line. On 3rd and long, he's going to have to throw for it. And this sophomore able to wreak some havoc and get the sack. Alabama will bring the punt team on the field. He's getting a lot of work. 4th time he's punted tonight. The ball deep in his own end. And the defense jumps on it, and they get that turnover.
You just can't have that happen if you're on the return team. You know if you lose the football now, you're giving the other offense the ball back deep in your own end. Simply can't happen.
From the gun, running back gets the give. Works his way ahead for about 3. It's down at the 8. Operating in the red zone here on 2nd down. A designed run for the quarterback. He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3. And they'd love to pick up this conversion and go to work with a 1st and goal. Back to pass, it's Sims. Fires to the end zone. Give him 6. Touchdown, Crimson Tide. The offense did exactly what it needed to do, getting the ball in field position like that.
It's that killer mentality. You step on their throat, you keep your foot down. When you get opportunities like that, they are golden chances to put touchdowns on the board. The offense took care of business.
And extra point. We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
Dynamite matchup today, fellas. Let's show you what's going down. Colorado is ahead early in Boulder, but that's not exactly Cordell Stewart out there. This game is a long way from being over. They're up by 11 over Houston. We'll circle back. If anything big happens, you should know about it.
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. Florida has the ball back, and here comes the offense. 1st down here with time for maybe one more play until the 2-minute warning. Danced his way through traffic, pick up a 4 to the 19. We'll take a quick break as we have reached the final 2 minutes of the 1st half. After the productive 1st down play, it's 2nd and 6. Receiver on the move gets the touch pass. He's there to make the stop, and they threw it in reverse, losing yardage on that play. The defense going to stop the clock with a timeout. They want to make sure they have everybody on the same page. Now on 3rd and 10, if they can move the chains here, maybe they can get this drive started. From the gun, wants to pass. Fires the pass, intercepted. And he's going to take it all the way back. Touchdown, Alabama!
Really nice drive by this offense. This is a top 10 defense. This is a challenge. They're going to make everything difficult. So when you can make some plays against this defense, you got to absolutely take advantage, create some momentum for your squad. Nice drive by this offense.
And the extra point is true, and they're on top by 7. They're lining up to kick it off after the pick 6, and that defense will come out feeling it. On the move from inside his 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. The Gators sending the offense back to work. They'll snap it from the 20 for the opening play of this drive. Trying to find his man on first down. He's going to run it. Now they've got even more breathing room out to the 31 and a fresh set of downs. The first down for the offense. From the gun, the running back has it. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple. So you get stuffed on first down. You had an idea of what you wanted to do on second, but I'm guessing it's back to the drawing board now.
Yeah, you got to figure out who you are and what you are. What's your next best play? Or what is the defense going to do? If they've been aggressive, okay, well, if they've been aggressive, I'm going to throw that deep ball. If they've been sitting back, I might sneak a draw in here.
And he won't quite get there, but boy, after that pickup, just a few inches to go for the first. An array of possibilities here. They've got it at the 41, 3rd and short, trying to keep the chains moving. They'll try to get the first through the air. Makes his connection. And they reacted well to the completion, but it was too late to keep them from getting the first down. Here's the handoff. A solid pickup there before the defense is able to make the stop. After the productive first down play at 2nd and 6. He's looking to throw. Unloads to the wideout. On target to the left. A huge gain on that one before he ran out of bounds, and he has the first down.
What a beautiful throw and catch on this play, and I love the job the receiver did tracking the ball in the air. Nice job of locating the throw and then hauling it in.
He's looking to throw.
this offense stuck to it, stuck to the run game, didn't panic. They got down, but they answered the bell right before the half, and they got this thing right where they want it now. They can tie this football game and hopefully go into the half with a lot of momentum.
And they did tack on the extra point. They put together an 81-yard drive, and what a way to finish it with a 9-yard touchdown run. And we're all square as he's set to kick it away. And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. So the offense doesn't want to take a chance here. They'll just come out and take a knee and wrap up the half. We've played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update. We've got a good one going here in the 3rd quarter, all tied up as he's set to kick it away. Out of the end zone. He's brought down at the 16. Would have been much better off to take the touchback. Florida has the ball back, and here comes the offense. First drive of the 2nd half, always fun to watch. You see what type of tweaks were made at the half, especially when you're locked up in a ball game like this one.
Yeah, and it's been a good game. I mean, it's been a little bit of back and forth and a feeling out process. And now once you get in the 2nd half, who's going to get aggressive, Palmer? Who's going to take some shots, try to make some plays, and really go for it?
Yeah, it's interesting. I think as play callers right now, you learn a lot about these coaching staffs with respect to who does make the best adjustments. There's a lot of coaches that believe we're just going to be who we are. We're going to keep doing what we do. We're just going to do it better. But then there are others that tweak things.
And he will be sacked at the 6-yard line.
Really nice play. When you talk about Alabama and their dominance on defense, especially in recent years, it all starts up front. You have to have disruptors playing on the defensive line, guys that can be versatile and line up at different positions, but create havoc in the backfield. And that's what this guy has been able to do throughout his career.
On 3rd and long, you'll need to push it downfield. And this defense goes back-to-back sack, Jack. And the Gators line up to punt it away. 3 and out and not much choice but to get rid of the ball. Makes the catch at the midfield logo. That nifty return sets up the offense and negates some of the yardage on the punt. The Tide offense rolls onto the field. Looking for a productive play on 1st down. He's going to pass. And the freshman will chalk up a sack.
And that's not how you want to start a drive. On the very first play, you give up a sack and you lose a ton of yards. Quarterback, you've got to know, just throw the ball away, know when the play is over.
Now they'll run the draw. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple.
Well, you live by the blitz, you die by the blitz. That time the defense called it at the perfect time. The linebacker able to make the stop in a short game.
And from the offense's perspective, that's probably making a little something out of nothing. Right down the middle. And they can't hook up on the big play, and that brings up a 4th down.
Every defense in the country talks about getting offenses in predictable 3rd and long situations where I can bring on more speedsters, and I know the pass is coming, so I can have more success.
Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. On 1st down, here comes this offense. The give to the back. Really nice run there. Good, solid pickup, and they'll move the sticks with a 1st down.
And, you know, big chunks like this don't happen unless you commit to the run game. You got to get those big boys up front into the game, understanding I want to knock people off the football, create some holes like you do here for my running back, make the game easy.
Wide receiver coming across in motion. The sweet feet keeping the play alive. At the 45 on his way. And a really nice run and pick up there before the defense avoided disaster and stopped the really big play. Here they come, 1st and 10 from the 48. On the run, it's Jennings. Not much working there. It'll be 2nd and 9. Tried to pound it on 1st down, now back to the line. Softened him up with a run, now to throw. And he can't find a receiver, and down he goes. Not sure exactly what led to that, whether the protection wasn't right or the quarterback just didn't see it, but the result was a negative play and a sack.
But one thing I do know is that quarterback had no chance to get that ball downfield. That pocket was breaking down, and it was breaking down quickly. There were just too many bodies in that backfield for the QB to make anything happen.
Now improvising. Going to try to get it himself. Or did he find a hole in the defense? Touchdown, Florida! And that one will put him up here in the 2nd half.
And back in the day, you used to line up and your tight end was a blocker and you threw it to him short. Now, these guys are being so dynamic in space and so athletic. Now they can make big, huge plays for your offense and put points on the board in a hurry.
And he takes this from inside the 5. And the returner will be brought down. Here comes that Alabama offense. Line gets set, 1st down. Defense showing plenty of pre-snap movement of their own. Makes a grab over the middle. And that was some kind of collision between a couple of big bodies there, and he stopped from getting the 1st down. Out of the gun, the running back has it. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one. Alabama pushing the tempo. To the air, it's Sims. Throws to the tight end. Got his man downfield. And he was loose and not stopped until he gets to the 47-yard line.
Nice confidence by the QB. Good throw over the middle of the field. Nice little strike down the field for a big play. Listen, you got to throw it where it's open. And he found a slot.
He puts a lot of air under it down the sideline. Touchdown tie! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house.
This is a running back who is versatile, and his catching ability really helps this offense out vertically down the field. And you saw it on that play on the wheel route. That wasn't just a screen or a swing. They got him faking going to the flat, turning up the sideline for a touchdown.
And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
Guys, let's get you up to speed on what's going down in this fun college football game today. Colorado is taking on the form of its beloved Ralphie. They are running a wing with this one behind an offense that's firing on all cylinders. They're up by 32 over Houston. We've got our eye on this one and everything else going on throughout the day, guys.
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. Solid pickup of 4 on 1st down. It's 2nd and 6. They go to the ground. At the 40, there he goes. He gets those chains moving, gets it out to the 42-yard line. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. They'll snap this one from the 42. It's 1st and 10. He's got his man. They make the stop after the catch and still some work to do to pick up that 1st down.
I like the decision by the quarterback here. Just get the ball out of your hands, get it to your playmaker. A lot of times he'll dance and make even bigger plays than he did here, but it was still a positive game.
Quarterback making adjustments with his receivers. He hurls one deep down the left side. Intercepted. Bringing it back. And they capitalize not only on the pick, but on the great return to improve this field position.
It's so easy to be up here in the booth and say, you should have put more zip on that. Sometimes you got to use the lob wedge. That time, you probably should have used the drive.
The handoff as they run the counter play here. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage. This has been a tight one, third quarter, all tied up. It's now 2nd and 10. Back to pass, it's Sims. And that pass will be jarred loose on 2nd down. That brings up 3rd down.
You know, it's difficult for QB sometimes when you're throwing to your running backs because they're not receivers. You really got to be perfect with the ball placement. You got to make that a catchable throw. A little bit too tough for the RB on that one.
On 3rd down, he drops to throw. A strike downfield. At the 35, he's loose. Nothing but green grass down the middle. And he got away from the defense and takes it in. Touchdown, Bama!
You know, quarterbacks and receivers, they develop confidence and chemistry as the game goes on. These two right now are definitely on the same page.
And the kick is good, but there's a penalty flag, and I think it's going to be roughing the kicker. So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. The kickoff team on the field, and he ought to just boom this thing through the end zone with that extra 15 yards on the penalty. 1st down here for the offense. They'll come out on this drive and let it rip. And he is finding wide open defenders all over the field. His 3rd interception of the day. And he's wrapped up after a solid return on the pick.
Have a day, young fella. 2 interceptions already? That's 3, 4, 5, 6 games for some people. A hot start, catching the football. He's acting like he's playing wide receiver out there. I might think about trying a different DB.
Finds the tight end. There to make the stop, and we've played 3 in this one. Not only is the scoreboard on their side, but so too is time as we open the 4th. 2nd down now as they're ready to go back to work. Scanning the field, it's Sims. The freshman able to get home with the sack. Big 3rd down as the crowd gets behind this defense. From the gun, wants to pass. Just gets rid of it to the running back underneath. And they explode on that one, and they've got it down to the 22. Alabama quickly back to the line.
Well, this defense has given up some big plays in this game so far, but they've got a lot of talent on that side of the football. Someone has to step up here, make a play, get a stop, and put their team in a position to win.
He's brought down, but not before they pick up the big 1st down. Expect some pressure coming from the blitz. Looking to go up top on 1st down. And it's intercepted. A huge 4th quarter play for this defense.
It's all about making plays, and this guy's been waiting to make his mark on this team. He gets his 1st interception of the season, and what a momentum-changing play for his team.
The Gators sending the offense back to work. To the ground with the back. Just ran over it. He's run out of bounds, but a big play on that one, and it'll be a 1st down.
And listen, the offensive line has to do their job, but a really good job by the running back, understanding where his hole is. Go hit it, get the 1st down, don't mess around. Nice job following his hole, getting positive yards.
Backed up at the 16-yard line, it's 1st and 10. Quarterback changing the plays at the line. Motion from the offense. Going up top on 1st down. Working that left side now. And he'll make his way out of bounds after the solid pickup.
Man, this slot receiver makes it easy on his quarterback. Did you see how he found the soft spot, the wide open space? That was easy for his quarterback to complete that throw.
Now here on 2nd down, see if they keep tossing it around. Quick touch pass to the receiver. Still on his feet at the 40. He's off to the races. Flips the field in an instant, and he has it down to the 25-yard line.
And this receiver is so dangerous. There's so many different ways that he can hurt a defense. You got to throw it to him conventionally, but find creative ways to get him the football out in space and let him go to work.
He's looking to throw it. Using his legs, keeping his eyes downfield. Just gets rid of the football. Nobody to throw it to. It'll be second down.
A nice job by the quarterback there. You're outside the pocket. Nobody's open, so you throw the ball away knowing that you still have more chances to get this first down.
They keep attacking through the air. This time it's complete. The stop is made, but this offense is threatening. First and goal from the 9.
QBs, when you see zone coverage, man, can you manipulate defense when you have a good pocket and you've got time to throw. You got a little bit of time to throw. You can move guys with your eyes. That drag comes wide open. Good throw, good catch, first down.
And this one will be stopped for no gain.
Well, they're trying to run the football there, just nowhere to go. They got dominated up front at the point of attack.
Motion trying to get the defense to show its hand. Takes the easy completion. They've got it down to the 3-yard line. Really well done on that throw and catch.
Guys out of the backfield now, it's not just run the ball downhill anymore. You got to be versatile. I got to be able to trust you in the pass game, and I got to be able to throw you the football, and you can do that right there. I know you're going to catch it, and I can depend on it.
Try to get the edge with a quick touch pass. Touchdown, Gator! And they'll put that scoreboard operator to work and put 6 on the board.
Quarterback's abilities to read the field is huge, and also the anticipation, the timing. To be able to throw the football, Jesse, and hit a guy in stride so he can get run after the catch and get in the end zone, that was a nice job by the quarterback.
Yeah, it's critical, David. Listen, a lot of times, touchdown passes aren't thrown into the end zone. You've got to read the coverage, hit the open guy, and let him do the rest.
Coming out with it, it's Robbins. I know he thinks he can house every return, but sometimes you just have to take a knee as he stopped at the 14. First play of this drive comes from the 14-yard line. From the gun, to give, looking for room. And he's a real nowhere man tackled in this no-gain land. The give to the back. Now they've got breathing room. Got 6 all the way out to the 20. Alabama pushing the tempo. Back to throw. It's Sims. And the quarterback is knocked down back at the 13.
That middle linebacker just wanted it more, man. He came right up the middle. He was able to beat and cross the offensive lineman's face and work his way to the QB.
The Crimson Tide will bring the punt team on the field. They're up to a half-dozen kicks today. He'll call for the fair catch here. Florida has the ball back, and here comes the offense. How about that last drive? Just carved him up in the air, David.
Yeah, and how about that quarterback? You gave him the ball, and he delivered the goods. Great job taking apart the defense, Jesse, on that last drive.
He really did, Dave. I mean, that was a masterclass in just reading coverage and being accurate.
The clock stops as we have reached the final 2 minutes of the game. Got stuffed on first down. It's 2nd and 10. Wide receiver now comes in motion. On 2nd down, wants to throw. Just a short pass to the tight end. He's there to make the stop, but the damage has been done as they pick up the first down on the throw and catch. They flexed out that tight end a little bit, and you know the tight end's always open.
Always open. Quarterback's best friend. And this guy's a problem, Reese. He's a matchup problem because he's too big for DBs to cover, and he's too fast for linebackers to cover. He's showing you his athleticism there.
Timeout called here by the defense. It's the first one they've used this half.
You know, the defense doesn't have an answer for this slot guy right now, and they may want to think about bracketing him, having a defender play to the outside and to the inside. Probably some sort of zone coverage where you're trying to get 2 bodies, forcing the quarterback to have to go somewhere else with the ball.
Looking to move it through the air. Flushed out of the pocket. and he will wisely throw it to the kid playing the tuba.
Well, it's the fourth quarter, and you got to be so careful as a quarterback when you're throwing it over the middle of the field right now because these windows are really small. He's very lucky that last one was not picked off.
He's got him this time. They get it down to the 7 on that pass play in prime position for a score. Quick timeout by the defense there, trying to make sure everyone has the same call. Guys, this is the kind of finish we hope for. Tie game. Offense with a chance to grab the lead in the waning moments. Fires into the end zone. Touchdown, Florida! And they've moved out front here in the fourth.
Man, how about this offense in crunch time, doing what they do, getting 6 on the board. Now I turn to my defense right now and say, boys, we need one more stop. Go out there, get me one more.
Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
All right, guys, a little update on what else is happening in college football this weekend. Is Colorado ready for prime time or what? Ralphie and company are running away with this one right now. They're up by 39 over Houston. We'll circle back. If anything big happens, you should know about it.
Thanks for the update on that one, Kevin. Let us know when it goes final. And he can't get it off. Taken down. What a huge play this late in the game. Dropping back, it's Sims. Finds his tight end. They make the stop, but not before he takes a chunk out of what they need to move the sticks. Everybody has to be set. They have to get it off. On 3rd and long, he has to throw for it. Fires into traffic, picked off. Got room on the return. At the 30. And they capitalize not only on the pick, but the great return to give the offense tremendous field position.
Well, we've seen this defense make plays time and time again in this game. They may have just sealed it with that takeaway.
Their work here is virtually done. No need to take any more chances. They'll line up in victory formation.